So this morning I just woke up and I was just like, let me come and give you a gist on what happened to me a very, very long time ago. It's kind of a funny story, Sha. Like when it happened, it was not funny. It was not even funny. God. Anyways, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I was at home. I was just at home with my husband. We were at home one day. His friend now called that his sister was so sick. She needed blood. That please, if we can come in and just test our blood and blah blah blah. You know, my sister was in Abuja then. I don't know what this girl came to do. Then she was always coming to disturb my life. So she was in Abuja that period though. We were together when the guy called. So after my husband's friend called and told him that they're looking for blood. So and after he dropped the call, I told him that this guy is really close to you and he's a sister that needs the blood. She was having a brain surgery, and his sister needed the blood. So I was just like, me, I'm going to go and check myself to see if at all I'm a man so that I can donate. That's how my husband just looked at me. You guys, that look is like, look at you, bonga fish. Like I was so skinny. When I mean skinny, I don't even think I had enough blood for myself. So he looked at me like, do you know how skinny you are? Do you know no hospital want to take blood from you? And I was like, what do you mean by that? I mean, I'm going to go and check. I was like, see, I should respect myself. I sit down at home. That it's better for him to go. Because me, I'm too skinny. That he's for 100% sure I don't have enough blood for myself. I'll try and put up a picture of myself so you can see how skinny I was skinny. So I said, okay, no, voila. In my mind, I was talking to himself. I looked at Nelo looked at me. I said, oh, just they go first. Then my husband finally left. And I told Nelo that, Nelo, come, John, let's go to the hospital. Come, let's go, John, let's go and try our blood. There's somehow that this guy needs us. Nelo herself was like, hey, please, let her go, said that she would like to donate blood. Nobody begged us, so. Me and Nelo carried our two skinny legs, went to the hospital. As we got to the hospital, that's how they said, okay, before they have to screen our blood. We're like, screen our blood now. We know doing no shaking. We're waiting for this result. We waited. I looked at Nelo. I said, Nelo, what is happening? Are you sure we don't have something that maybe they found out something? Nelo said, no, what would they find out? I'm nothing, we're fine. I said, okay, now we're still waiting. Well, our own screening just took too much time. It took longer than other people's own. So finally, after a long time, the guy, maybe up to 2 hours or 3 7, we waited. We're like, share this blood, we go give this blood today. Anyhow they won't do me go give blood. That's how the guy came out and told us that we should come in. He told us that we should come in. I looked at Nelo. Nelo looked at me. I was just like, anyways, that's how I went in. I was already panicking. I don't even know why I was panicking. Ask me how I was panicking. I don't know why I was panicking, but I was panicking because I just knew something was wrong. That's how we came inside. And the guy took us in. He was just like, he looked at Nelo first. I was like, everything went fine. Your screening is fine. It's just that I don't think she didn't have, I think her blood group or so. Something was different from the guys. So she couldn't even at the end of the day give the person blood. So, and I was waiting for my He now looked at me. He was like, madam. I said, what is the problem? He said that everything is fine. It's just that my HIV tested positive. I said, I looked at Nelo. Nelo said, it's not possible. No, Nelo likes to feel herself. She said, it's not possible. I don't mind them. It's not possible. The me that you're telling don't mind them is me that is saying that I have HIV. I started calculating my life. The man was talking, but I was not even hearing what he was saying at that point because in my mind I've already said dreaming. I've been going. I went far. I went really, really far. So he now said, but they did it 2 times. They did it 2 times. The first one was positive. The second one was negative. But I have to go and do a confirmatory test. In my mind, I said, why should he even test positive? Like, if he's negative, why wouldn't he be negative? Like, why? Imagine the positive there was the thing that was even doing me somehow. I was still calm. Then I said, no, don't worry, let's go to another test and do a confirmatory test. So I went to another hospital and I told the doctor that, okay, this is what happened. They're like, okay, no, they're going to just run another test on me, blah, blah, blah. I should come back. They'll run the test, then I should come back. And when David said I should come back, maybe like, they just told us to go and come back at night for the results, right? So, and I said, okay. And I went back home and I told Nelo that, what should I do now? That I need to call my husband and tell him that see what's happening. So she was like, yes, I should call him and tell him. I called him. I said, babe, look, He said, I did hear. I went for that stuff, and he was like, first of all, I was like, why did you go? I told you not to go. I was like, no, I couldn't just stay at home. I had to. And then he was even right. My blood was even too low. First of all, they even told me they started by telling me that my blood was too low before they not told me the HIV. So I now told him that, look, they said I have HIV, but that one came out positive, one came out negative. But I've gone to so place, and I'm doing a confirmatory test. And he was like, don't worry, you're fine, you're fine. I'll test myself, In my mind, I'm like, if you test yourself and you're negative, and I test myself and I'm positive, is that even going to make me feel bad? Anyways, I said, no problem. He was really consoling me, telling me that don't worry, everything's fine. I waited, I was just me and Nelo were waiting. Evening, my husband came back, he now picked us We all now went back to the hospital. When I got there, the nurse now told me that that results are not ready. Some are ready, some are not ready. And I looked at her, I'm like, what do you mean some are ready, some are not ready? I just did HIV test. What else can be wrong? Like, it's either HIV is ready or HIV is not ready. So if I don't told her, look, I don't like the way people are playing this game. Just tell me, let me know what the result is. She said, okay, that I should go and see the doctor. My husband said, don't worry, go and see the doctor. Nothing is wrong. Nilo was still there. As I got in to see the doctor now sat me down. He said, it's an Indian man, no? So you can imagine, to me, this hospital is like tech, because there was an Indian man there, and wow, the Indian man cannot be wrong now. The doctor said that, madam, that you're HIV positive. I think I was in shock at first, and I told him, okay. He said, but that's not the end of the world. We have pills, we have that, you can do this. People with HIV, they live, they don't die, they do this, you know, you can extend your, or you can extend your life, all you have to do is this, that. He said education, he said lecturing me on how to survive with HIV. Like, I was just in his office looking at him like this. My mind, okay, I have HIV, as in, I was not just myself. I was not hearing anything he was saying again. Next thing I just heard was that, he said, okay, they're going to test my husband to see his own status and all that, like. And I said, anyways, that I should come back tomorrow, but they're going to do me another reconfirmatory test. So I should come back tomorrow evening for the results. And they're going to test my husband too. So we should all come back tomorrow evening for the results. So I was just like, okay. My husband was not even inside there with me. I went in alone because the man said he wanted to see me alone. So as I came out from the hospital door, the doctor's door, I now saw my husband with Nilo. Two of them were just looking at me like, okay, what's it? I just did my head like, I was still holding back my tears because in my mind, my life is ruined. And then I just looked at him. Then I held my hand. We're not going out. Immediately we came out of the hospital entrance, like the door. The way I felt, I just fell on the floor. Like I felt, I started crying. I was shouting, I was crying. Nilo was trying to console me. My husband was just telling me, it's okay, it's okay. I was wailing. Hey! That's when Nilo started crying too. This girl loves me. She's just there for me, hard girl, hard babe. She was telling me I should not worry, everything will be fine. I was like, everything will not be fine. I have HIV, I'm HIV positive. I was just crying. Went to the car. Oh, by the time I went to the car, they were still consoling me. I looked at my husband, I was like, babe, I can't go on with this marriage again. It's not fair. Because sometimes that, no, don't say that, you don't have HIV, that even me, if that will find a way, we can't go. He was just there consoling me. Hey, God. I was not looking, and I was just in the car like this. I'll cry. Then I'll change position. Then I'll cry again. And then at a point, and I looked at my husband. Like, I remember looking at him and I told him that maybe it's the guy that does my hair in the salon that gave me this HIV. And I said, like, no, why would I think about that? And I told him because one time I can remember him making my hair. He was pricking my head. He pricked my head with his needle. And I can remember, I warned him. I said, Shay, why would you do that? See, can't you remember? Your thing just pained me. Then he now apologized. I was telling my husband that I feel that's when I got the HIV, because if I thought I got HIV, that is the moment I got HIV. See me, I was just thinking now. See, you guys, if at that moment in time, I don't know. I think I would have confessed all my sins in that car. Everything I would have been confessing it. I called Choma, my sister in America. I told her that Choma, I was crying. I told her, Choma, see what they said. The doctor said I had HIV. Choma said, don't worry about yourself. Don't worry. We're going to test you. Everybody kept on saying, we'll test you. We'll test him and see. She said, don't worry, you're fine. And then I was crying. And then I went home. And I saw my brother. You know, I asked me what's wrong. I started crying. I have HIV. My brother was not consoling me again. Nilo was still crying. I was crying. Finally, that's how we go home. Because then I was still living with my parents-in-law, so we had not even yet moved to our own house. So we didn't tell anyone. Like my sister-in-law, all of them were around, but we didn't tell them nothing. We didn't even say anything to them. We're all just quiet because we're like, we're not going to tell anybody what's happening until we're sure of what's happening. Because we're not even sure of what's happening. We're all still confused. So that's how. And I came back inside the room. My brother-in-law was around. We're all staying at the PQ together. So he came, he didn't even know what's happening. The innocent boy was just come. He would just come. I was so small then. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do that. So for me and my husband, we were just quiet. So everything they asked us, we say no. That's how they brought our food. We looked at the food. Do you know, we're not even hungry to eat the food. It was so bad that throughout that night, we didn't sleep. I went to the bathroom and was crying. Hey, because in my mind, I was already thinking, this marriage is not going to work, because how can I just drag this young man if his own comes out negative and mine is positive? How will I drag him in and then we're all going to be doing HIV things together? No, I already knew it was not going to work. So I remember I was in the bathroom, I cried. Then after I came back to the room, I was still crying. We didn't, our food, we didn't even touch our food. That's how the next morning my brother-in-law came, was like, oh, why didn't you eat your food? We're like, ah, we're not hungry, we already ate we went out and we already ate before we came back. So he was like, okay. We're still, like, if you see me then, I've already started thinking about everything possible in my life. Like, I don't know. It's not easy to have HIV. Anyways, so that's how. And now he now told me that he had to go to work. I told him, okay, fine, that I would just stay. Nilo was around. Nilo said she'd keep me company. That's just something to just take my mind off it. So that throughout that day, Nilo was with me, just trying to calm me down. Hey, God, I was not certain Nilo. So how will my life now be? That means I will not have kids. I will not, do anything. We're just telling ourselves things to console our hearts. Finally, in the evening time, that's how they told us to come around 8 for the test. I don't know how long HIV test is, that it should come 8 p.m. My mind was already beating. I called one of the nurses there because one nurse met me. She was telling me I shouldn't worry, that she will call me once the result comes out. This woman did not call me. So in my mind, that means she did not call me because she didn't want to break any bad news to me now, Abby. So I said, okay, no problem now. I'll still see her there. If I see her, I'll still ask her face to face. So when I saw her, and I met her, I was not like telling her that she didn't call me, that please, what's happening? She was like, don't worry, she just can't see the doctor. Hey! I said, that means I have HIV now. That means all this thing is not even, like, I almost broke down again. So I now went in to see the doctor. That's why I sat down. My husband was waiting for me outside because he did his own test too. So he did his test and he was waiting for his results. So the doctor wanted to see me before he sees my husband. So I now went inside. He was waiting outside with Nilo. So the doctor told me that, madam, we did your confirmatory test. We did it in like how many labs they did the test, like different labs that they did the test, and that all of them came out negative. I looked at the man. In my mind, I'm like, I would have died of high BP. Shock would have killed me now. If the HIV did not kill me, shock will kill me, or depression will kill me, or something will have killed me. Like, how on earth you guys allowed me to sleep thinking I had HIV? 24 hours, more than 24 hours. I slept the whole night. I would have killed myself now. No, God forbid. I will not kill myself, Shans. I'll not kill myself. But something will have happened. As in, thank God it was just only 24 hours, like just a night that I had to think about myself having HIV. Thank God it wasn't longer than that, because I don't know that the depression mood I went enter there. It's guys, it's real. Like, as in, when he opened his mouth and told me, you're negative. And then the funny thing that came out from his mouth next was, but your husband is positive. But we're going to do him a confirmatory test, so you have to come back the next day. I said, oh my God, this part isn't me to catch cruise. Isn't everybody to catch cruise? It's like everybody, they do tests and that has to be this thing first, positive first now. Then they'll not do you another confirmatory test, then it's not be negative. That's money. I can remember then we paid like, I think 10K for the confirmatory test. It wasn't even like small money. So imagine if they do this to so many people, and then at the end of the day, you still have to reconfirm. Do you know how much they're making? So the thing, I was just pissed. I was just like, God, as the guy was telling me, my husband just entered the door. Then he was like, what's the problem? What's the problem? The man, I looked at my husband and said that your wife is negative, but you're positive. You're going to come back for a confirmatory test. My husband, I looked at the doctor and I told the doctor, you're the one that is HIV positive. That how do people just keep telling everybody they're HIV positive? Do people know what do you know what you did? What's this thing that just happened? Do you know what it has caused? The whole tension. He was not really pissed. Just told me that let's go. And I came out, I met Nilo, and I told Nilo was that angry. No, Nilo can read. Nilo was boiling. So that's how we all left the hospital. Anyway, so that period in my life, trust me, like whenever I think about it, it's just funny and scary at the same time. But I'm sure happy I'm negative. I don't know what would have happened if I was positive. But thank God I'm negative. That's my story. And I don't know if maybe if you guys have had the same experience of having positive results when it's negative and all that. So it's not a good time, trust me. It wasn't a good time. Everybody can, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. It wasn't good for me. Anyways, if you guys have had any experience like that, you can tell me in the comment section. We can just all laugh about it. And so guys, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. If you haven't yet subscribed, please. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Like, comment, share, and all that. See you guys in my next video. Bye.